I don't know why I think he's in San Francisco. So he was. Okay.
Ted Ginn had a very and I say this in people get mad all the time. Like, that dude played 14 years in the NFL.
Miami, years. San Fran, Carolina,
Arizona. He had a series of 3 years, 2015, 16, and 17, where he caught 700-plus receiving yards.
Yep.
So 33 touchdowns, 35 offensive touchdowns, not even special teams. I have a hard time saying that this guy started 83 games in his career, 14 years. He's not just a returner. Like, Devin Hester was just a returner. And contributed a little bit more than that.
Yeah, his best year was 2015 with the Panthers. 44 catches, 739 yards, 10 touchdowns.
Okay, and you ready for this? Davone Bess averaged 60 catches in his 6 years in Miami. And you're saying Ted Ginn's best year was 44 catches. Come on. Like I said, as a receiver, to me, Davone Bess was a better wide receiver than Ted Ginn.
Okay. All right.
One played 14 years.
Well, Davone, there were other issues that led to Davone Bess's career.
That is true.
Being short.
Was Victor Cruz undrafted?
I believe so, yes.
He was another one that came out of nowhere.
Wes Welker.
That was the Giants-Jets game. I remember where Rex Ryan was like, who the hell is that? When Victor Cruz went off against the Jets.
Omar, why'd you go like that? Why'd you tilt your head when I said Wes Welker?
I don't question you. I thought Wes was drafted, but I don't care. Probably
What did he get hired by? He just got hired by somebody. Yes, correct.
Yeah, undrafted 2004.
Yep.
But do y'all really care about these undrafted guys?
No. It's just
Dudley mentioned Anthony Armstrong being psyched about him.
Yeah, because you saw the potential in him. You saw where he was ranked. What he did: 78 receptions, 1,140 yards, 1 touchdown. Now it's like,
the reason he wasn't drafted though.
Yeah, and that's what there was a few guys that didn't get drafted. That one defensive end that didn't get drafted. I forgot his name.
There are a lot of things about the draft process that we in the public don't know. For instance, guys with degenerative knee issues or some kind of medical issues, or the bipolar crowd, or the guys who are addicted to marijuana, or the guys who have, spousal issues, or there are or the guys with learning disabilities that can't learn to play. There's so many things that we don't know why guys get undrafted.
People don't think about those interviews with loved ones and all of that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Like Preston Williams probably might have been one of the most talented players. No, who was more talented than Preston Williams? And Poupart can chime in on this. Who's your most talented undrafted guy that you've ever seen? I will give you 2 to choose from. I'll give you 3.
Cameron Wake. Go ahead.
No, we're not counting Cameron Wake. He went to the CFL.
Yeah, but he's still undrafted. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll give you Cameron Wake.
Larry Little.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
Larry Little was undrafted?
Yes. Hall of Famer Larry Little.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Kurt Warner was undrafted too, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about for Dolphins.
Okay.
Since I've been covering this team, Chris McCain. Cool.
I know you're a big fan. I know.
Woo!
Big fan.
That guy used to destroy quarterbacks in practice. To the point where they just could not give up on the investment on him, because at some point, but then there was little screw off. Little screw was loose. No offense. I love him, but there was little screw loose. AJ Francis, who one of my favorite
He's wrestling
guys.
now.
He's wrestling. He's so charismatic. But he was a good nose tackle. He bounced around the league for years. I'll give you my third one is Preston Williams. And I know Cater has done well for himself, but man, Preston ability-wise, with that early before the injury, like, come on, you go
for 2019
a starter on a team. Like, think about it.
On their rebuilding team, Omar, on their tanking team of 2019 is when he started. He was good, but he wasn't half as good as a lot of us in the media. And I won't name names. It wasn't you, but some of them, partly because X said in practice one time, this guy's going to be a Pro Bowler. And
he was better than Devontae Parker. He was. There's no doubt. Now, did he have the maturity or the intellect? Like, you remember the press conference where he came in smelling like weed. You remember it. You remember
it wasn't a press conference. I think it was at a table or something. Yeah.
No, it was a press conference. He came to the podium and we're sitting there in the chair and the room reeks of weed. This is right after practice.
Medicinal.
I don't want to tell people business, but there are a lot of reasons why guys don't make it.
Mm.
Like, you come straight from practice and you reek of weed. Like, how does that happen? And I know I've seen guys smoke weed right after practice, off the practice field, like go outside in Davie and smoke weed. But this is weed is legal now, by the way. But that was back when weed wasn't legal. But the NFL knew people smoke weed all the time. The NFL's known people smoke weed for 20 years.
By the way, my choice pretty clearly is Davone Bess. Because I remember his rookie camp, and it was like I was making the comments again. This dude's always open. I mean, he is always open. I mean, an absolutely fabulous route runner, and finding spots in zones. I mean, it was really impressive.
Yeah, he was killing it. He was absolutely killing it. That's a good one too. But ability-wise, I'm just talking about guys who just you saw the ability, but it just didn't pan out for him. But Davone. Davone had such a great career until he started dealing with some issues, some personal issues, and it led to some mental issues, and it led to weed addiction, weed abuse, and and I'm glad he's got his life under control now. But it was bad for a while.
Yeah, the fish tank. He was on the fish tank. He talked about all that. It's a good listen if you guys haven't checked that out. It really breaks it down.
Bottom line for me is hope for the best for one or two or three of these rookie free agents to really make an impression and be able to make a contribution, immediately, but also understand that it's a long shot. And the reality is it's probably going to be very minimal. That's how I would
expect the best, expect the worst, and,
hope for the best.
Hope for the best. And if someone pops up, they pop up, and then we'll overhype them like we always do.
Who was a kid that I was obsessed with? He's still in the league, by the way.
Mitchell
Agude. Yeah. Guy was a sack monster on the third team unit. I didn't think he had a bad exhibition season. They just cut him like he didn't even matter. At the end, didn't even add him to the practice